Starting a career mode with Manchester City under Pep Guardiola in FC26 brings you right back into the mindset of one of football's most demanding and sophisticated managers. After going trophyless last season, a rarity in the Pep Guardiola era, City have responded with a refreshed squad and several smart signings designed to re-energize their approach. The ambition remains the same as they look to dominate domestically, compete for the Champions League, and reclaim their place at the very top of world football. This is how you can start a realistic Manchester City career mode, building around Guardiola's philosophy, integrating their new arrivals, and setting the team up to challenge for the biggest trophies once again. We'll start the video by laying down the most important foundation for your Manchester City career mode, and that is implementing Pep Guardiola's tactics on the pitch. This season, City have alternated fluidly between a 4-1-4-1 and a 4-2-3-1, two shapes that highlight Pep Guardiola's obsession with control, structure, and positional superiority. In both systems, the team has been exceptional, as they've dominated possession, created overloads in midfield, and suffocated opponents with their relentless press and intelligent circulation of the ball. Guardiola's philosophy remains centered around total control, where the team will look to build patiently from the back, flooding the midfield with technically gifted players, and using wide forwards to stretch the pitch, while creating space for the central players to dictate the tempo. Whether City are set up with a single or double pivot structure, the principles remain the same, and that is possession with purpose, positional discipline, and constant collective movements. For those with access to the Patreon, be sure to apply the alternate Manchester City tactics, which add even more depth for rotational players and provide varied roles for different match scenarios. You'll also find the brand new defensive 5-4-1 tactical setup, a system Pep has used at times this season to protect leads, control transitions, and absorb pressure while maintaining high technical quality across the pitch. With these systems in place, your career mode instantly feels more authentic, more technical, and far more aligned with Guardiola's modern Manchester City. Up next is the squad segment of this video, where we'll run through the side's entire first team group and break down who forms part of the club's long-term project and who is likely to move on over the next few transfer windows. We'll begin with the goalkeepers, an area that underwent major change last summer, with 3 new additions joining the squad. The first name to look at is Stefan Ortega, who came close to leaving in the previous window but ultimately stayed after no agreement was reached. With his contract running down and game time limited, City will almost certainly look to sell him in the upcoming January window or allow him to depart on a free at the end of the season. Next is Marcus Bettinelli, the reliable third-choice goalkeeper who fills the squad depth role and is not expected to feature heavily unless injuries arise. Then we have Gianluigi Donnarumma, the marquee arrival who has slotted in as Pep Guardiola's first choice option. He has already produced some brilliant saves and brings world-class shot-stopping ability along with commanding presence in the box, qualities that elevate City's defensive structure. Finally, James Trafford has returned to the club and earned a handful of first-team opportunities, where he's shown maturity and confidence. The young Englishman will be pushing Donnarumma for minutes across the season, and his long-term future at City looks promising as he continues to develop into a potential starter. The next position to look at is left-back, where Ryan Aït-Nouri arrived from Wolves, but has been unlucky with an early injury that has delayed his integration into Guardiola's system. The club still expects him to settle in once he's fit again, as his profile fits the role well. Joshua Wilson-Esbrand is currently out on loan, and despite his potential, will likely be moved on permanently once he returns next summer, as breaking into this City side looks increasingly difficult. As for Nico O'Reilly, he's been a surprise presence in this role. Naturally, as central midfielder, he has stepped in at left back and performed impressively, using his intelligence and technical ability to fit smoothly into City's build-up play. Even though he's done an excellent job, there's still a chance he moves back into midfield once more support is brought in for the position. At centre-back, the team currently have an incredible 11 defenders on the books. A large portion of them are currently out on loan for development, including Abdoulaye Djuma, Jamai Samson-Puzi, Max Elney, Victor Rice, and Finley Burns, all gaining experience before the club decides their long-term futures. Others like Manuel Akanji have been loaned out to create space for new arrivals. With his temporary move to Inter Milan, the Swiss defender is expected to be sold permanently next summer once his loan expires. That leaves Guardiola with a strong core group of centre-backs, that being John Stones, who is currently looking to extend his deal with the club, Nathan Ake, Ruben Diaz, Josko Gvardiol, and Abdulkadir Kusanov. Together they form a well-balanced, high-quality defensive unit that offers different traits, ball-playing qualities, and tactical flexibility, exactly what Pep's system thrives on. At right-back, Manchester City have 4 players on the books. Lakai Samuel has been loaned out to Bromley to gain valuable first-team minutes, while Issa Kabore is out on loan and is expected to be moved on permanently next summer. And that leaves Guardiola with 2 main options, Mateus Nunes and Rico Lewis. Both are capable of doing a solid job at right-back, but with the club actively exploring reinforcements in that position last summer, it may be a hint of what's to come. Should City secure a natural right-back in a future window, either Lewis or Nunes would most likely shift back into their preferred midfield roles, giving the squad even more tactical flexibility moving forward. At CDM, Pep Guardiola has a clear hierarchy taking shape. Calvin Phillips remains on the books, but is expected to be moved on either in the January window or next summer, with his profile never fully meshing with Guardiola's demands. The core position belongs to Rodri and Nico Gonzalez, 2 players who fit City's rhythm, control, and positional play perfectly, as they offer elite balance and security in the center of the pitch. Behind them, the young talent Mamadou Sissoko has gone out on loan to gain valuable experience experience, and the club see him as a long-term option who could eventually step into the first team picture. The next area of the squad is the left midfield position, where City have a couple of players currently out on loan. Joel Ndala has been sent to Hull City to gain valuable first team experience and continue with his development, as the club view him as part of the long-term project. Meanwhile, Jack Grealish has been loaned out as the club were unable to secure a permanent move for him in the previous window. He's spending this season at Everton, who hold a £50 million option to buy, and if that clause isn't activated, City will most certainly look to move him out next summer as part of their continued squad evolution. Now moving into the central midfield department, and Manchester City found themselves at an interesting crossroads. Mateo Kovačić could be on his way out in the upcoming months as the club look to refresh their midfield options, especially with the uncertainty surrounding Bernardo Silva, whose contract situation remains unresolved and may leave on a free at the end of the season. The new signing to Johnny Reinders has settled in well and is currently the only long-term established midfielder in the squad. Sven Nijpan is another key part of City's future and is spending this season in the Championship in order to adapt to the physical and tactical demands of English football. Lastly, Claudio Echeverri is also out on loan and is viewed as a long-term piece for Guardiola. Whether that's as a central midfielder or a wide forward will depend on how the system evolves in the coming seasons. On the wings, Manchester City have a highly talented group with Jeremy Doku, Phil Foden, Ryan Cherky, Sávio and Oscar Bob. Each player offers a unique blend of pace, creativity and technical ability, the exact qualities Guardiola demands from his wide options. All five are considered long-term pieces for City, capable of executing intricate attacking patterns and providing depth, versatility and flair across the flanks. Up front, the team have a mix of established stars and developing talent. Erling Haaland is the team's talisman and primary goal-scoring threat, while Omar Mamouche provides versatility across the front line, offering a different dynamic compared to Haaland. On the development side of things, Will Dixon is out on loan at Chesterfield in order to gain first-team experience, and Devin Mbuma is also on loan to continue his growth, ensuring City have a strong pipeline of talent for the future. Next up is the youth academy and scouting, which have become increasingly important under Pep Guardiola as he continues to integrate talented youngsters into the first team. Scouting will be key to City's long-term success, helping identify the best young talent to feed into the club's well-oiled system. The first priority should be scouting in England, with a focus on Manchester and its surrounding areas to uncover top domestic talent. The second scout should be deployed in Spain, searching for promising young prospects with technical ability and football IQ to thrive under Guardiola. As for the third scout, you have flexibility, targeting South America, France, or even an African country, as these areas can provide access to unique high potential talents that will definitely strengthen City's future. When it comes to first team scouting, there are several key areas that City needs to focus on as they look to refresh the squad after years of success. The first priority should be strengthening the fullback positions. While Aït-Nouri's arrival was a start, O'Reilly, Nunes and Lewis aren't natural fullbacks, so bringing in players for these roles would allow them to move back into their central positions and give Pep wide defenders with proper depth. The next area to target is central midfield, with potential exits on the horizon, and even with current players being redeployed as number 8s, adding more first team quality here makes complete sense to maintain City's dominance in the middle of the park. Finally, the club should look to identify world-class talents who can be integrated immediately and provide an extra layer of quality or a new dimension to Guardiola's squad. These signings would help ensure both short-term success and long-term squad stability. Lastly, we look at the players who are currently linked with Manchester City and potential moves that could be made in the upcoming windows. At right back, Livramento and Fresneda are two names Pep has been monitoring. Both bring pace and width, fitting perfectly into City's system for the season. For the centre-back position, Gueye has been on the radar of multiple top clubs, including City. While the current squad already has depth in central areas, he would be an excellent addition if one of the bigger names were to leave. At left back, Brown from Frankfurt has impressed in Germany and is being considered for depth behind Aït-Nouri. In central midfield, Mendoza is a promising Spanish talent from Elche, and Lucas Paquetá, who recently expressed interest in leaving West Ham, are both under observation. Paquetá's situation could provide City with an opportunity to finally bring him into the club after previous links. Finally, in attack, Rodrigo was linked over the summer, but no deal materialized, while Ete Young is attracting attention as a potential breakout forward. Securing him could provide City with another dynamic attacking option. And there we go, people. That is how you can go ahead and start your realistic Manchester City career mode with the likes of Pep Guardiola in FC 26. I do hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you don't mind smashing that like button down below, as well as giving your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, that would be absolutely amazing. And if you would like to, please do subscribe to the channel. It means the absolute most if you can, because I am trying to hit 25k ASAP. So if you're not a part of the channel just yet, please be sure to check it out. Well, check out some of my other videos, but also be sure to subscribe if you are new and you like the content on it. Now, if you're looking for any extra content, I did mention at the beginning of this video, we've got the alternate City tactics, and we've also got the defensive 5-4-1 tactics on the Patreon. Be sure to check out the Patreon. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but check out the Patreon. The link for it is down below in the description. I make a whole lot of extra content on that platform, so again, if you are interested, go ahead and check it out. Now, if you're also interested in footballing chats and conversations, check out the Brom Squad Gaming Discord. We chat everything IRL football, we chat about FC, we chat about FM, and we have a lot of banter and jokes and all that stuff on there. So again, the link for that is down below in the description. Anyways, until the next time, until the next one, I hope you guys have a smashing goddamn day, and I'm out of here. Peace.